Hmm. What's good, everybody? How y'all doing? What's popping? It's your boy Astro. As you know, I'm gonna check on every single one of y'all. I know it's 1 o'clock in the AM, but I'm here today to let you know that time doesn't matter. Neither does your sleep. Nah, it's time for you guys to get up. I know it's 1 a.m. in the rising, but hey, it is what it is. You know, I'm here in, as you know, in Chiang Mai, Thailand. So for me, when it's 1 a.m. for you in the rising, it's 1 p.m. for me in the afternoon. And we're gonna talk some celebrity astrology. That's right. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. That's right. Oh, let's say hello to Spearson 63639. I like the number 639. She said, "Hey, sugar." Well, I'm streaming live on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube at the exact same time. So you're gonna see a little bit of both, okay? I'm gonna get a little hello from everybody. So if you're watching this live stream, let's just talk. Let's talk about it. We're gonna celebrity astrology talk, and yeah, we're gonna do my own stuff there. Now, if y'all hear like a motorcycle here or there, we are in the land of 7 million motorcycles. Okay, there's literally about 7 million motorcycles here in Thailand. That's right. That's right. Unfortunately, it works for us. Priestess Bella Dawn Facebook says, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, good to see you, sugar. What's popping? Thank you for coming on while I'm live here on this stream." Just wanted to make sure y'all could hear me, so I could hear myself. That's why I got this thing on. I don't really need to hear myself, but now I hear myself. Just in case I need to talk to somebody. Just in it, I need to hear you guys speak. If I want to call you on the phone, and we can have a conversation. I want to ask you guys. I need some suggestions from my YouTube family, from my Facebook and my Instagram family. I need for you to tell me exactly what you'd like to hear about, like which or who persons. All right. My Tuuna Lomi Tu. I trying to pronounce it right. Yes, I'm here in Thailand. That's what I said. I'm in Chiang Mai, Thailand. This is my new home. All right. Okay. Just seeing if you can see my of course, yeah, I can see your comments. I can see everybody's comment. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. It's all, I'm actually just trying to get a little more acquainted with this thing I'm doing here. All right, I'm not gonna leave out any streaming apps at all. I'm gonna be streaming at the exact same time. You're gonna see me doing this mostly. Spearson 639 say, let's dive into it. Will and Jada. Well, you already know I made a Facebook post about it, about how composite charts and synastry charts are two different things. And most people don't get a chance to know that. They don't know that your synastry and your composite charts are two separate things. Now, we're going to delve into these people's businesses. If y'all like people's business, if y'all like everybody in all these celebrities' businesses, and if you don't, then that's fine, for entertainment purposes and just for you to understand your own chart, you could actually join in. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Oh, Spearson 639 said, I did see that. Okay. Yeah. That's what we're dealing with. We have a few people who are on Instagram. I just want to send a shout out to, like I said before earlier, to Ona Lomi too. I like that. The question is, are you going to go on tour again in the United States? And I'd like to know about Summer Walker. Okay. I like the Summer Walker part. Yes. Will I be doing it early part of this year? Well, I might be doing it at the ending part of this year going into 2025. There's a very, 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 very strong possibility that I will be doing another tour in the United States of America. Okay? That's right. Very strong. So all those who are ready for that, just let me know. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna make an announcement when I'm actually, when I got my paper straight and I got y'all. I'm looking at you guys. But listen, I'm on. Listen, we're good. We're good. We are good for this day, and you can book your sessions. And those who didn't get a chance to do a session with me, try to definitely squeeze y'all in. If you paid for your session to do with me and you didn't get it, and I said, yeah, we'll do it, and we'll try to make that work it out. See how we can do it the best we can. As of today, though, we are going to go into. That's right. We're going to go into charts. Looking at charts and looking at some of our celebrity guest charts. Okay. Some of our celebrity chess card. Because today is, for you guys, is happy sex pagan day. So we're gonna be looking at at lovers. At lovers, because y'all, we are so obsessed with this Valentine's Day that we don't even know the history of it. But you know what? That's for another topic and another day. We're not even going to talk about that right now. What we're going to talk about is celebrity relationships. That's right. Celebrity relationships. Now, in my mind, we talked about, you hear me mentioning about Jada and Will Smith relationships. We're gonna talk about those. We're gonna get into it. I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I've learned. Yeah, it's really serious. Even up to their when it comes to their relationship. When looking at pictures, we found a theory day before yesterday. It's called the green line theory. If you're on this, if you're in the chat and you know about the green line theory, then let me know. Let me know this. I did my research all day yesterday afternoon, and I did some last night. The green line theory. If any of you have ever heard of it, hey, we got Laurel the Angel. Hey, Laurel, how you doing, the Angel? Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here with us. Appreciate you. All right. All right. So if y'all heard of it, let me know. Let me know if you've heard about the green line theory. So there's a theory that that when you take pictures with a loved one, a partner, that especially if it's a man, he's standing straight and the woman is standing straight, that means that she feels as if she either is on the same level or more superior than the man. Then they said, if the man is standing like this and the woman is standing like this, it means that he is the more feminine and she is the more dominant and masculine one. If he is leaning towards her like this, if she's leaning like that, she doesn't like that guy. She despises him subconsciously. She doesn't find him attractive. She thinks he's more feminine and masculine. She feels she's more superior. If the man, in any instances, if the man is tilting, he's supposed to be like this. And the woman, according to the theory, not to my, listen, don't get on me because I say this. It's the theory. The theory said that the woman is leaning, then that is a healthy relationship between a man and a woman. Okay? All right? So it ain't me. I ain't saying it. This ain't something that I made up. All right? We're going to do the Jada. And we're going to look at some pictures. That's right. We're going to look at some pictures. And we're going to see who's the more straightforward one, who's the one who's the more, you know what I mean. Y'all know exactly what I mean. All right, so let's check it out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's look at this. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. All right, let's take a look. Look at this. All right, so if you look at Jada Let's click on this image. Let's see how they bring this up. If you look at this. So this is Kanye, right? Has a slight tilt. She's standing up straight. But look at Jada and Will. Before we even get into the astrology of it, just a psychological standing. Look at her face and look at his face, right? Look at this guy's face and look at her face. Y'all think I'm joking, right? All right, so that's just one picture. Look at this here, right? Not smiling, smiling more than her, leaning into her, cock shame. Why in the world did they put ugly sneakers here? And they say, look, the you know what is facing the world. If you look at her, she's really just, she's sort of straight and he the one leaning. And, people will say that has to do with his height. He's taller. You know what I mean? And he's taller. That's the reason why it's like that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is not the reason why. Definitely not. Okay? That ain't. You think it's just limited to Jaden and Will? Just before we get into Jaden and Will's session, their charts. I just want to share with you guys. Like, that's not just Jaden and Will. Didn't y'all see? Let me show you Kanye. Y'all see Kanye? Y'all saw the Kanye one? All right. Green line theory. Okay. You didn't know about it. Now you know. And some of you guys are going to look at some of your friends' pictures. And some of y'all are going to be like, ooh, yeah, that's something. All right. Like, it's so evident. It's really, really evident. They even got Michelle Obama and listen, okay? This is really, look at this, y'all. Let me share the screen so I can see what I'm looking at. Okay? All right, check it out. Look at this picture right here. Even back in the day, all right? Even back in the day, this right here was back in the day. This when they were young. Y'all see the stance? Look, y'all can't see that our head is tilted a little bit to the left. Y'all think that's because of the heaviness of Will Smith's head? No, of course not. Of course not, but look at this. Leaning again. Look, her face, her stance, straight up, him. So it's clear that he's the beta in this relationship and she's the alpha. Okay? It's clear. You see, and I know it sounds crazy. I'm like, maybe so-and-so and la, la, la. And I had a discussion with my ladies yesterday. I was like, what y'all think about it? It's like, yeah. One was like, yeah, this could be true. So-and-so. When you look at it, it really makes some sense. Look right here. Y'all, come on. Look at this. All these pictures, is him the one leaning? Clearly, he's the beta. Now, if he was somebody like this one person right here, take a look. This lady is sort of tilted away, even though her body and her box is facing the world. And he's like delivering the box, his box that way. He's an alpha, even though he has a leaning towards her. She is just in this picture just for celebrity status. Very obvious. It's clear. Before we even get into the astrology of this relationship, that's what we see, right? That's what we see. All right? Period, point blank. Now, y'all already know we've established that, Will Smith is the beta male in that circumstances. I mean, no disrespect to Will Smith. I have the utmost respect for Will Smith. Okay? Summertime. Yeah, that's my boy. Ain't nobody gonna get past the. Now this is the story, all about how my life got flipped. That was the hit, y'all. And for that, he got my respect. Let me tell you the truth. For him, he made us feel like everybody felt like as if they could get from all the projects and live in the suburbs and live good. He was just like an ideal, a dream, like most people wanted to do. They wanted to just get out of the ghetto and live in Beverly Hills or someplace where it's very, sophisticated. Well, looking at his chart, yeah, it's a little different. You know what I mean? He was let me try to pull up his chart so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I don't want to just, say some shit in this, not, be, nice. I want to be nice with this one. I want to show this exactly, the chart that we're looking at. I want to pull up his chart too. Let me look for Will Smith. Well, I don't have his birth. Oh, yeah. What's going on? Anyway, if y'all have some other suggestions other than Will Smith and Jada, if y'all know some other couples, some celebrity couples, we can also look at that. Definitely would like to get along and try to check out and see how, how they'd be. You see what I'm saying? Now, let me get to this Jada and Will Smith so we can get to it, all right? Astro.com. That's right. I'm gonna go into my data. Let's see if we can find Will Smith. Oh, there he is. He's right there. And let's drop his chart. We're gonna take a look at his chart. I wanna show it up on the screen. Let me share my screen so I'll be able to see it. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's let me see if I can make this screen a little zoom out a little bit. Yeah, so we can get the whole picture of it. Will Smith. This is his natal chart, y'all. So this is a natal chart of Will Smith. Okay. It's obvious that he has arrows sitting in the 7th house, which means he's passionate about relationships, of course. I know the feeling. My arrows is also in my 7th house. So I understand where he's coming from. Okay. I also know, based upon Will Smith's chart, that he loves love. He loves relationships. As a matter of fact, he could be very codependent. His son, as you can see right here, his sun sign, not his sun now, okay? Not his sun. His sun sign is in the sign of Libra. That's right. It's in the sign of Libra. And that's normally sort of that's a sign that represents the other person, the other partner, okay? Will Smith is an other partner person. Like most sons in Leo and in Libra are like that. They just can't help it. It's just how they are. They're more so dedicated to the other person. As you can see, he also has Venus, which is this symbol right here. He has Mercury, which is this symbol right here. Pallas Athena, South Node conjunct his sun. And in my studies of doing thousands and hundreds of thousands of charts, I know that whenever the sun in Libra is conjunct the South Node in Libra, this means that this person, their whole core was about being in partnerships and relationships. Okay. Now, in my school of astrology, I teach some form of Hellenistic astrology with a little bit modernism. modern astrology. I teach that Libra is ruled by Juno and not Venus. And this Juno is in Libra. I mean, in Scorpio, conjunct Ceres. And let me tell y'all something, okay? Y'all may not like how this sounds. But when the ruler of the South Node is sitting in the sign of Scorpio, this means that all of his, especially in the sign of Scorpio, that means he brings scorpionic energy into the future, into the present. Okay, his Juno, which is this thing right here, so we can mark it so y'all can see what I mean. This thing right here, what looks like an asterisk, is Juno. That's right here. All right, this thing right here. Right here is Juno, and that is in the sign of Scorpio. Not only does it have Juno inside the sign of Scorpio, has it conjunct Ceres and widely conjunct the moon. You know what that means, y'all? I don't know if you understand the theory of reincarnation or what that means. What that means is that Will Smith, that's right, Will Smith, almost all of his romantic partners from past lives, but not only past lives, but also were mothers of his in previous lifetimes. That's right, y'all. Jada is Will Smith's mother from a previous lifetime. As a matter of fact, his ex-wife was too. Almost every single person that he actually was in a relationship with, or even married to, was his past life mother. Yeah, I said it. That is correct. It is his mother. That's why she can't stand a nigga. That's why she has a little problem. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Let's look at my friends on Instagram. The Kiss of Life. How you doing? She said, Rich Rice, Denzel and his wife, Omar Epps and his wife. Well, you giving some good ones. Omar Epps and his wife. I like this. It sounds like some good suggestions over there. And let me say hello to people who came on. Hey, come on, how you doing? On my YouTube. Hey, Latrice Marie, peace all. I know it's late, but we just get into people's business. As you can see, just giving you all a little tidbit of Will Smith's life. But we're gonna get back to it. Let me share back with y'all again. We're gonna go back into it. I'm not easing up on Will Smith's chart, okay? I'm not. Now, let's go into looking at his chart alongside his beloved, almost divorcee wife, Jada. As you can see, I think I have Jada Smith right here. There you go. I'm going to pop the chart up. We're going to make it look clear. Then we're going to click. We're going to look at it from this perspective. All right. And let's share this tab. All right. Now, looking at Jada and Will Smith, I'm going to make it a little smaller. Zoom out a little bit. There you go. Should be good. Now, looking at Jada and Will Smith's synastry. Now, this is a synastry. A synastry is representative of two charts. Will Smith's chart individually and hers, like against each other. This is how a synastry looks. This is how you still see how they affect each other. That's right. How they affect each other. Their energies. For the most part, as you can see, there's not a lot of hard aspects. It's some soft, a lot of blue. The blue lines are what we call soft aspects, like trines and sextiles. And these ones are squares, okay? 90-degree angles. So these are the harder ones. As you can see, there's a lot more blue than red. So even if Jada does not like Will Smith, like how, she's portraying to say, it shows that there's an ease of their natal chart. That's a first initial. But see, what we don't take in consideration is the fact that they have progressed. And what you do is you take their progressed chart and see exactly how they get along now. Like I said, most software on the website don't do that. But before we get into that, I want y'all to see this is the synastry, as you can see. His ascendant is conjunct her Saturn. His ascendant, right here, is conjunct her Saturn. That's a sort of an aspect that shows they're gonna stick together, they're gonna be friends, they're gonna, that's the longevity. That's why they were together for so long. For so long. Now, what is notable about this connection is, as you can see, Jada's Chiron, this thing right here looks like an upside down key. It's called Chiron or Chiron, however you want to put it. And with this right here, Chiron is conjunct North Node. Now, Chiron is known as a wounded healer in astrology. And wherever that is where you get to heal people, but you don't heal yourself. You heal people, but you don't heal yourself. And it seems as if Will Smith, his destiny was to meet her so he could heal the wound. And what wound that she was to help him heal was his self-identity, was his individualism. Which, because the reason why is because her Chiron is sitting in Aries, which represents the self, the way you present yourself. She clearly is in his life to show him that he needs to stand strong and be independent and be an alpha male. Be somebody who's very strong. Jada does not feel like connection to him because she feels as if, and sorry to say this, but she feels as if he's S more D than her. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say the words because I don't want YouTube censor me and I don't want Facebook to be like, oh, let's flag him. He S more D than her. You know what I mean? And so now she's trying to show him, listen, nah, come on now. You gotta be a man about this. See what I'm saying? So him, I feel like the test that he had when Chris Rock, attacked her. Chris Rock didn't even attack her. He just gave some jokes. He's a comedian. Comedians tell hard jokes. Leave my wife's name out of your mouth. As you can see, his North Node is in Aries in 11th house, which rules social media, being strong and independent. You know what I mean? And like he had to show he's the alpha. You feel me? Now his Chiron is in there too. But he's trying to be strong, but it doesn't really play off like how he wanted it. And that's what's going on here. Now, that's what I'm saying. You see, he had to make a stitch about it. That doesn't mean that this woman is interested in him like he thinks. As a matter of fact, if you could take a look over here, his MC, which represents his career, he's projected to be and seen and known in his world, is in Aquarius. Her Mars and her North Node is conjunct his MC. Now, North Node represents your purpose in this lifetime. The Mars represents aggression, conflict, anger, animosity, any of those stuff that we could actually put our finger on. As you can see, her purpose in this lifetime, because of Mars conjunct his MC, and so it's the North Node, is to bring conflict to his legacy, to his stature. To his stature. All right? She is living out what she's supposed to do. Her Mars is in Aquarius, which means that, especially inside, his 9th house, is like she's living out what she's supposed to do. Aquarius rules social media, it rules social standings, it rules, the collective, connecting with, your connections. She went on television and roasted this man, acted as if she was aloof from the man. That's right. Aquarius represents aloofness. Okay. She acted like she was aloof from this dude. Like she didn't give a crap about him. Okay. that she was the man, as you can see in this relationship. You know, if Will Smith had come to me and said, Astro, what do you think? You think I should take this woman straight on? You know, she's still in love with Tupac, you know what I mean? And should I still go along with her and what have you? And yes, I was studying astrology when her and Jada got together. Him and Jada got together. I didn't mean to say her. When him and Jada got together, okay? All right. So when you look at this, she should take it mind. When you look at his Jupiter is a planet of expansion. It's a planet of luck, you know, making things to blow up. And his Jupiter, if you look right here, this thing right here, will look like a 4. That right there will look like a 4. Is Jupiter. So that's Jupiter. All right. And their Jupiter, her sun is conjunct Jupiter. Even though Jada's a real, you know, she's a pretty fair, I'll give her a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 in acting. 6. Oh, it's 6.5. 6.5. Most. You know. The reason I say that is because, you know, Will Smith actually helped her to blow up. She came onto Will Smith's show. That, you know, boosted her. The fact that she was together with Will Smith. You know, if you really put it together, who was the bigger superstar? Was Jada more bigger than Will Smith? Absolutely not. Not even to this day. Not even to this day is Jada more bigger than Will Smith. And she tried to tear this man down, and she could never be in his seat. Never be. You understand what I'm saying? Never be. However, you know, things change. You take a look at the progress chart. That Jupiter probably moved away from the sun, or her sun moved away from there. She probably don't even think that she's even close. He shouldn't even be in her vicinity. Okay, that's period, point blank. That's that. So now you know a little bit of synastry. Okay, a little bit of the synastry. Hey y'all, what's going on? Nice to see y'all. Hey, let me say hello. Larry Gem, what's going on, Sugar? Mariana McCoy. Deshay Daily, good to see you. Tiffany McKinney. Tiffany, don't worry. I know you feel as if I let you down. I ain't let you down. I'm still here. Still could do that session for you. Just be so busy. You feel me? I got you though. I got you. All right, so let's get back to, so that was the synastry. And that's when I didn't even show you all the dark moon Lilith conjunct the south node of Will Smith, which means that, you know, Will Smith, you know, these are things that he's holding on to about past lives. Jada was Will Smith's mom. Okay. More times than not. And almost all his wives, you know, was probably his mother. And he don't understand that because we don't remember none of these stuff. We change the lifetime. But some imprints are still on the person. So that's why she's, you know, what's going on with him and her. You feel me? I don't think she ever was really, really attracted to her. She felt like the mummy to him. And if you could take a look at the picture of the green line, he's leaning like this, all just like how babies do. It's a baby. Yes. Made no sense. Now we're going to look at the relationship itself. Now, the composite chart is a midpoint chart of Will Smith's chart. Of two persons chart. So I'm going to do a composite chart of Will Smith and Jada. And that chart tells you the relationship itself, not how they treat each other, but how it plays out in public, how people get to see it. This is true. From a composite chart, and even a progressed composite chart, I could tell if your partner is about to go and cheat on you, or you're about to go and cheat on your partner. I could tell if there's going to be some infidelity in the relationship based upon your composite chart. I want to share with you how we can take a look at that. All right, I'm going to share my picture. I'm going to share it, and then we're going to go into the chart so you can take a look at their composite chart now. So let's go. We're going to take a look and let's change the chart itself. So we're going to go from a synastry chart to looking at a composite chart. All right. A composite chart midpoint. I'm going to click on that and then we're going to show. And lo and behold, their composite chart right here shows that they have a Pisces, a Piscean ascendant for their chart. And we all know what Pisces ascendant means. You know, a spiritual essence, a spiritual connection. It represents, you know, a past life connection, something where it seems so like a fantasy. Because, you know, everybody wanted to have a relationship like Jada and Will. That was a fantasy. I want to be like Jada and Will. They even made songs saying, I want a relationship like Jada and Will. You feel me? Be together for so long and there's no cheating and so. But that was all smoke and mirrors. Just like the Pisces risings. I'm not saying that all Pisces rising are y'all are smoke and mirrors. It's just hard to see the real thing when you're looking at the surface. When you're not looking at the surface. All right, a Pisces rising could be so, how should I put it? They could be, especially with a composite chart. That relationship could look like it's just presenting something different than what it really is. Without even knowing that they're doing it. They don't want to be people's fantasy. They don't want to be the ideal relationship or the ideal marriage. But it happens. And that's how it's displayed. And that's how their relationship is. Okay? That's how their relationship is. Now they got the North Node conjunct the Ascendant, which means that their purpose in this lifetime, according to just this Ascendant placement in the North Node, is to create sort of illusion. All right? Is to create this essence of fantasy that everybody should thrive towards this kind of relationship. As a matter of fact, because that Vesta, which represents sacred work, this thing right here, this thing right here, what I'm pointing at right here, is Vesta. This thing right here. It's at 13 degrees. That's what that is. And it's conjunct the North Node as well, and widely conjunct the Ascendant. Which means that not only did they choose to be smoke and mirrors, but they chose to be smoke and mirrors to help people to stay together for a long time. That may be their sacred work. We don't know that yet. Let's take a look. Now, Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune. And Neptune, as you can see, is in the sign of Scorpio in the 9th house and is conjunct the MC, which represents they were supposed to create smoke and mirrors. That's how they're supposed to be seen. However, because the rule of the Ascendant is inside Scorpio, this means that there's some, there's some toxic energy that is also connected to this. Toxic energy. That's right. None of you Scorpio energy come from me, okay? I got a whole stellium in Scorpio. But I bring it out of you. I bring the toxic SHIT out of you. You feel me? Sex, death, regeneration. That's why I do past life regressions. Death, dealing with, past lives. Regeneration, meaning, using astrology to help you to understand that you are strong. Not like these other Scorpio energy. I'm sorry. We got some Phoenix. We got some Scorpion. We got some Eagles. But that's another topic on its own. Going back to their chart, because it's sitting inside the sign of Scorpio, the ruler of the Ascendant. The ruler of Pisces is Neptune. If you don't know what it looks like, that's this thing right here. Okay? And it's sitting in the sign of Scorpio. In the sign of Scorpio. Now, yeah, of course, most people had the fantasy that Jada and Will Smith be doing some freaky shit. Some freaky stuff. Right. And that's what y'all be thinking. And then it's true. All right. Now, you want to know if they we're gonna last long. How long they will last? Of course. They have Pluto conjunct the sun. So that means, there's a magnetic pull towards each other. However, when they separate. When they separate, that's it. If you have a composite chart with somebody and your sun is sitting in the 7th house, that's a long-term commitment. You two are going to be married. You two are going to stay together for a very long time. That's right. I said it. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you guys. Trying to look at all your partners' composite chart with yourself. Don't bother. Not everybody is meant to be married. And even if you see, look at Will Smith and Jada. They're married, but are they really happy? No. But their purpose was to be married. And it's showing clearly in their chart. So the composite chart of the sun sitting in the 7th house, like I said, which, and for those who are just joining, a composite chart is a combination of two persons' chart, the midpoints between each one of their planets where they meet, which creates the dynamic itself. They also have Moon in Libra, Venus in Libra, Juno in Libra, Amma in Libra, Psyche in Libra, Uranus in Libra, Mercury in Libra, Jupiter in Libra, Union in Libra. As you can see, there's a whole energy of Libra in their composite chart. They couldn't escape but be with each other. Now, were they going to cheat on each other? Of course. If you look at the chart, they both have Mars conjunct Neptune in Scorpio. A conjunction of Mars and Neptune inside a composite chart shows that there's some secretive, fantasy, freaky shit, a freaky SHIIT that's taking place between them. This thing right here, and if you don't know what Mars is in the chart, that's this thing right here. That's Mars, okay? This thing right here is Mars. Oh. Let's go back to that. All right, there you go. So this thing here is Mars. And this is Neptune. Neptune's at 27 degrees and is at 22 degrees. That's 5 degrees. That means that there's a conjunction. So when asking if anybody's going to step out, if I had to look at the composite chart when I first met them, be like, listen, they're going to be doing some freaky shit. They're going to be doing some freaky stuff. It's going to be right there. All right. Look at the chart. Now, another question you'd be asking, will they have children? Because that can also be seen in the chart. Now, look at this. Their 5th house, which represents children, romantic relationships, their talents and skills, is in Cancer. Now, Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon is conjunct Union and Venus and Juno, which represent that if they were to get married, then they'll have children. That's right. If they were to get married, they would have kids. The reason why I said this is because, these Libra placements, which represents long-term commitments. We could even tell the kind of children they have. All right. The kind of children that they would have. Look at it. Moon, 5th house. Mostly women. All right. Yeah, I said it. I know. I'm a little, shouldn't be like that, should I? And then you look at the moon is in Libra and it's conjunct Union, and these are very deep spiritual beings because they're sitting inside the 8th house of sex, death, and regeneration. You already know that they're gonna have beautiful kids because of the moon sitting in Libra in the 8th house. That's right. You could also tell from your partner, you and your partner, if you put a composite chart, if y'all gonna have kids together, if it's gonna be happening, if there's children that are going to come from this relationship. Back to their chart, the North Node is sitting in Pisces, the South Node is sitting in the 7th house in Virgo. And as you can see, they also have Ceres sitting there. And that's not why, that's not conjunct, but it's conjunct Pluto. And it's conjunct Sun, which means that there's a sort of a past life connection to being nurturing or being a very critical mother when it comes to Jada and Will. Okay, Jada and Will. Tiffany McKinney said, I need my My chart read just like this. What's going on? Yo, it's Dez. What's going on, Dez? I see my boy Vezi was on. Got my person. Let's see. This, not that. Joined Instagram. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. If you don't see me, you don't see me, comment, it's because the software stream, I have to go from one platform to the next to see who's commenting on my Instagram. Okay, that's just what it is. We're gonna be doing a lot more of these chart readings. All right. Now, looking at their progressed chart, and we're gonna have to punch that in on my software. Their progressed composite chart will reveal that when if they're supposed to be together or not. If they're gonna stay together, they ain't staying together. No, they're not. We ain't got the time to worry about that. They ain't gonna stay together. And when I looked at the chart, it showed that it's not gonna happen. But either way, just for y'all, just for the sake of you guys, we're gonna look at their chart. We're gonna punch in their stuff. Let me just add Will Smith. Will Smith. He was born September 25th, 1968. That's 1968, and he was born at 9:47 p.m. and he was born in Philly. He was born in Philly. Let's take a look. PM. And we're gonna punch it in. Huh? All right, and he's definitely a male. I'll save it. And then we're going to look at don't worry. What y'all don't see, I'm going to share with you. Whew, the water went down good. And we're going to do Jada's chart. And she was born September 18th, 1971. September 18th, 1971. And her birth time was 12:38 p.m. And she also was born in Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. And obvious, she's a male. I mean female, sorry. All right. Now we're going to look at some composite charts. We're going to do the progress chart. And then we're going to I'm going to show you what I'm doing and how I do it. All right. I don't have no shame in my game. I'm going to share with you how I am doing it. Okay. I'm going to share with you how I'm doing it. All right. Let me take a screen. All right. Let me share my screen. And let's share my wait, I thought I was sharing it. Hold on. Okay, let me know if y'all can see my screen. I don't know if y'all can see it. Exit full screen. There you go. I guess I will have to share my screen. Share my entire screen. There you go. All right, so this is Jada Pinkett's chart, as you can see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a composite chart. Well, first and foremost, let me do a progress chart for them. And right here, let's look for forecast progression chart. So we're going to look at this. As a matter of fact, I don't even need to do all that. I could just do, let's cancel. Oh, gosh. And let's look at the composite chart. No, we're going to have to do Will Smith's chart as well. Will Smith. And let's do his progress chart. All right. As you can see, he's now a Cancer rising, more emotional, more moody. So now we're going to do a composite chart of both of them. Guess I'm sure I want to do a composite chart of those two. Let's scroll down and take a look at her secondary. So this is their progress chart, y'all. This is their composite. All right, their composite progress chart. This represents their relationship. This represents what's going on with them right now. All right. And looking at their composite chart, a progress composite chart, their rising sign is Libra now, which represents partnership. So they gonna y'all feel like they're gonna stay together. I was thinking so too. You know, however, Juno, which represents the connection, the ruler of Libra, is in Scorpio. It's conjunct Jupiter, which is a positive thing. However, Jupiter in Scorpio represents that could be a few things. It could be an abundance of toxic shit coming together in a romantic relationship, which is what's happening. All right, that's what's going on with them now. The moon, which is a ruler of their MC, and the MC represents in a composite chart, it tells you about how the person is going to be viewed. Okay, how the relationship is going to be viewed. When the ruler of the 10th house is sitting in the first house, this means that their whole relationship is going to be based upon what they put on the internet. How I know? Because the Uranus is conjunct the moon. The Uranus represents, is the ruler of Aquarius, which represents social media, social networking, social platforms. And it shows that this moment in time, however they treat themselves in a long-term relationship, is going to be displayed on social media. Their relationship is basically in the social media at the front, at the forefront. Whatever happens with them is going to be completely shown. And if persons who have the same placement, the same thing going to happen with them. And not only that, you can see their sun, the sun sign, is conjunct Mercury conjunct Neptune, and it's all in the sign of Scorpio, which represents toxic stuff and what have you. Period, point blank. They are right now, of course, you will see that they're destined to break up, because Uranus also represents divorces, sudden changes. And when you have Uranus in Libra conjunct your moon in the first house, conjunct your Ceres, and right there, that's a clear indication that this relationship is going to end in divorce. They're going to divorce each other. There's going to be some toxic shit that comes up because Pluto is sitting in the 12th house. So there's some hidden things that are going to come out when they divorce. It's going to be those small nitpicky things. Oh, yeah. How I know? Because Virgo is ruled by Chiron, and Chiron is in Aries. That Chiron is in Aries in the 7th house. It shows that there's going to be some things, some fight, some things that they're going to bring up as it pertains to what they've been through and what they experience in a relationship. It's going to be nasty, y'all. I already see it happening. I don't see what's going to be unfolding between these two folks. It's going to be real, real nasty, y'all. They won't be able to help it at all. All right? It's going to be nasty. But we're going to be right here. Right here. But before I get into that, let me look to see what I could tell from their about what's going to happen with their children. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aquarius is on their 5th house. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is conjunct the moon. It seems as if the children are going to take the mother's side. They're not really feeling the father's side. Let me double check. What's their Saturn doing? And Saturn is in Taurus in the 8th house. The only thing they can be focusing on the father is for financial stability. But they're going to take the mom's side. They are going to disassociate themselves completely, but only to keep money and get financial. How I know is, let me share this with you so you can take a look astrologically. One more share, because I like to teach when I share these stuff. When looking at the 5th house, the 5th house will have Aquarius on it. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is conjunct the moon. The moon normally represents the mom, or the feminine energy. As you can see, Uranus is also conjunct Ceres, which is another indicator of the mother. So they're going to take the mom's side. All right. The father connection is always connected to the sun and Saturn. This ring right here is Saturn. Okay. And Saturn and the sun. And the sun is in Scorpio in the 2nd house, which means that they only going to be dependent on the father for money. And then the Saturn is in the 8th house of Taurus. Clear indication. Weighing and helping for that father financially is about how they're going to treat their father moving forward. There won't be any love relationships. And after they're separated, because it is Venus and Mars energy, it seems as if they've been free to love who they want to love anyway. For them, sex is a sport, to be honest with you. And it seems as if that sport, our race, has already, ran its ground. Well, that's it for digging into Jada and Will Smith's chart. I want to thank you all for being here with me. I know it's late. It's 2 a.m. in the rising where some of you are. I just want to send a shout out to the persons who was here. Again, we have also Cassandra Roach. Thank you for being here, Cassandra. I've not seen you heard from you in a long time. I hope everything is well with you. Ms. New Claw Slaughter, good to see you here. Tiffany McKinney, like we said before. Tanya Howard. Hey, what's going on, Tanya? Like I said, all the shout out. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing your support. Priestess Belladonna. Good to have you here. Spirison 639. Good to have you. Kamor on my YouTube channel. Latrice Marie, my YouTube family. Larry Jim. What's going on, Sugar Stick? Mariana McCoy. How you doing, love? And Deshay Daily. Glad to have each and every single one of you here. I want to send a shout out to my Instagram people who are here today. Send a shout out to Yo, it's Dez. What's going on, Dez? Love, T. Mary, Tina Bina, Tina, Bina, too. Good to see you, man. Good to have you here with me. All right. All right. Glad to have y'all here. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.